In this episode of Dolce Vita, celebrate this festive season with laughter and gourmet food. Experience cashless shopping. Appreciate luxury watches with an expert. Share James Louis' majestic creations. And get up close and personal with the wildest hypercar.
You know, Ron, I just love the holiday season. I love how people are in such festive spirits. And do you remember when we were in Vancouver together?
I remember we would purposely go to the Christmas village because in the Christmas village, you get to decorate gingerbread men, and then there's a lot of different Christmas lights, Christmas trees, and the most important thing is Santa Claus. I like to sit on his lap and make a wish and see what I'll get for Christmas.
Do you remember how old you were back then when you sat on his lap?
I'm still very young. Hey, anyway, Christmas is all about being so happy.
There are different ways to celebrate good times. Some people like to roll up their sleeves and prepare the celebration on their own. They get busy with decorating, buying presents, and cooking the Christmas feast. But for those who are in favor of staying relaxed during this time of year and foregoing the annual battle with tangled holiday lights, can let the festive experts take care of all the preparation work, from festive decorations to catering. Everything can be done faster, better, and easier.
Hey, Lena, look what they prepared for us for our Christmas Eve dinner. There's a lot of savory foods, there's sweet foods. What's your favorite?
It all smells so good, but you know, I gotta say the desserts are my favorite because I look forward to eating these all year round. You can only have this during the Christmas season. And you know, I like to eat desserts at the end of the year because I want to start the year on a sweet note.
Aw, that's so sweet. Hey, let's toast to another year of sweet friendship. Cheers! How many years has it been?
Oh my gosh,
8?
it's so long. Yes!
So it's on to our 9th year.
Cheers.
Food plays a significant role in any celebration, and nothing is better than indulging in luscious, savory bites and decadent sweet treats with people you love. Traditional Christmas dinner usually features turkey with stuffing, but if you're looking for a new spin on your celebratory dinner, there's always a lot of new festive dinner ideas. Possible ways of celebrating are endless, and you just need to know where to find them.
Ron, you know, I really enjoyed this Pandoro cake. You know, the texture was really moist and the flavor wasn't overly sweet. But you know, I really like the shape. Did you realize it's shaped like a star?
Now that you mention it, it does. And you know what? I want to mention that in every festive season, we use special spices, right? So for Halloween, we use pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
For Christmas, we use gingerbread. But this cake, I really have to say, it made a big impression on me. You look at the shape. It is star-shaped, and the way they stacked it, it's like a Christmas tree. And they also use the rich flavors of Earl Grey tea to make it. Wow! It's exploding in flavors.
I just realized that after you said it's shaped like a Christmas tree, did you know that the icing sugar on top makes it look like it's snowing too?
That's right. Hey, I didn't know you're so imaginative and romantic. Why is that?
Of course. You know, I can imagine that we can also eat another piece.
Oh, okay. I'll split it with you.
Let's do it.
The holiday season shouldn't be the busiest time of the year. It is meant to be an excellent time to take a break, wind down, and recuperate for the new year ahead. So why not try to slow down, sit back, and spend quality time with your loved ones?
Ooh, it's the festive season. We gotta buy a lot of things, Marcus. Yes. All right, let's pay.
All right.
Oh no, it's insufficient value. What can we do?
There's a solution to every problem.
It used to be quite a hassle when you find out that there's not enough stored value on your card. But now with the help of advanced technology, once you finish a one-time setup of FPS Instant Bank Transfer Service in the mobile app, you can top up your card instantly from your designated bank account anytime, anywhere. Skip the queues and stop worrying whether there are any add-value service providers nearby. You can enjoy the convenience of adding funds to your own card or even the cards of others.
Whether it's an old gold pocket watch that has been passed through generations or a modern mechanical watch, we all have our preferences when it comes to timepieces. Have you ever wondered what the value of that wristwatch is on your wrist? And how would you go about appraising it? Well, the first thing I say is, talk to an expert. Antoine, for those who are not familiar with the concept of watch appraisal, can you walk us through kind of what to expect?
Yeah, sure. So watch appraisal is basically the concept that takes into account several factors and specificities of a watch in order to, in the end, determine, a monetary estimate of it, I would say. And those factors can be, the functionality of a watch, the rarity of a watch, the physical appearance, and so on. As a pre-owned watch luxury specialist, this is really at the core of what we do. So my advice is, as far as really watch appraisal is concerned, is always seek for the advice of a specialist. Always go for someone who has, the best experience possible with as little bias as possible.
It seems there are a million factors that can go into determining the value of a watch. Tell us more about those.
First thing we do, and that we believe is really key in really providing trust to our clients, is to authenticate the watch, to make sure that it's really genuine. So once this is done, there is indeed, you're right, a few factors that will come and determine really the value of the watch. And these factors go from, the age of the watch, the material that the watch is made from, the complications of the watch, whether the watch comes with box and papers, and of course the condition itself of the watch, because obviously if it's a pre-owned watch, it's not new. So people may wonder about the condition, and this is where, we also make a difference.
So don't throw out the box.
Exactly, because it's valuable.
I'd like to ask a little bit more about condition. For instance, what's better, an older watch or a watch that looks nicer?
It's a good question. Well, the condition is really a key part. As I said just before, the authentication part is really what we believe plays a big role. So what we do is, once this authentication part is done, we are sure that the watch is genuine, then we will inspect the watch. We'll do a sort of body check of the watch. From the inside, but also from the outside. So from the outside, we'll basically be checking everything on the watch. Then, once that is done, we will really deep dive inside the watch. And this is where really our expertise, comes out. And basically, we're gonna apply two different kind of tests to the watch. First, we're gonna check the movement itself. And then the second test will be about the water resistance. And we're gonna make sure that the watch that we test before we buy it is within our tolerance.
My favorite watch? That's easy. It's a moon phase calendar that my wife gave me for our wedding. I had offhandedly mentioned to her that I liked this watch about a year earlier, and then on the day of our wedding, she had the bridesmaids bring this watch to my room. I was totally not expecting it, blew me away. Definitely favorite watch. Tell us about some of your favorite pre-owned pieces and what gives them the ability to hold their value?
Well, that's actually a very, very tough question. But I did pick a few watches for you. The first one I have in mind is a very special watch, and the reason why I wanted to introduce it at first is because it's actually the very first luxury sports watch ever made and ever designed. Very famous for its octagonal shape. And it became simply the first luxury sports watch ever made. It was very, very bulky at the time, very massive, but it was all on purpose because people and the brand at the first place wanted wanted it to be recognizable. They wanted it to be massive and to look expensive in order to compete with those quartz watches that at the time were very famous.
It seems that the market for pre-owned watches has really grown here in Hong Kong. Why do you think that is?
So I think it's become popular in Hong Kong, but also in the whole world for a few reasons. I would say the number one is has to do with the variety of the offer. The number two has to do with the accessibility. You know, the watch that you're wearing today at your wrist is pretty hard to obtain in a boutique. And then there's also other parts that have to do with the sustainability. You know, sustainability is something that is becoming more and more important for people, and not only for people who are purchasing a luxury, for everyone. And pre-owned is really answering to this sustainability issue that the world is facing. And lastly, probably the most important point is that pre-owned can offer pretty good value. So all this combined makes pre-owned, you know, an unmissable spot if you want to shop luxury watches.
Well, thank you very much, Antoine. That's very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
After the break, let's visit James Louis' home and have a chat about his life.
We all have one spot or corner in the house that is our absolute favorite. Whether it's a study or balcony, they can just provide us with a different kind of comfort that we don't get from any other place. So, this friend I'm going to visit today, I wonder what his favorite spots are in his house and if they're going to surprise us. Well, let's go say hello.
Hi Marcus, how are you? Come on in.
Wow, this is phenomenal, James. What an entry. Now, can you describe a bit about the style of this house?
The style is very contemporary.
Yep.
We made it as, you know, clean and as simple, as minimal as possible.
Yep.
My wife Jane and I both like art, so we can use the walls and the clean space to put sculptures and paintings.
Now, I have a feeling that you've got something very special in this house that we won't find anywhere else. Am I right?
Well, come with me.
Okay. How did you come up with the idea of setting up a home studio?
When I was a young boy, I was a Bee Gees fan. And I saw a music video, a documentary about the band, and I saw them having a home studio at home. I was inspired. Nothing beats having your own studio at home where you can work till the wee hours in the morning, and that's just so inspiring.
I can totally see how much you love music. Can you tell us a bit more of your love for music?
When I was 5 years old, I imagined myself an orchestra conductor. And then came the 80s. And I heard the British electro pop, so I started picking up pop music, and I became a keyboard player, a synthesizist in my high school band. And then I was so interested in the whole music production that I decided to do something about it. I did a diploma during high school as a live sound engineer, and I toured with bands all over Australia.
You are a man of many talents, and cooking is one of them, I heard?
I wouldn't say it's a talent, it's an essential during COVID.
Yep.
Because a man needs to eat.
Of course, of course. And I can see all these incredible ingredients in front of us. What are we making today?
I'm making a seafood pasta with clams, squid, with scallops and fresh abalone. And then I made my own special sauce this afternoon. It's made from small clam soup with fishes, carrots, tomato, and a touch of garlic and chilies.
What do you normally like to cook at home?
I cook Western, mostly. Italian, bit of French. It's kind of like very continental cuisine.
This is a very good sized kitchen. I particularly like the sky window.
Yeah.
Like just punching in, making cooking so much more enjoyable. Yeah.
I need to see what I'm cooking, so the lighting is very important.
what a beautiful, breathtaking scenery and view that we're seeing here. And it's even made better by this beautiful layout on the table. I know, Jane, you spent so much time preparing this for us.
This is my newest hobby at the moment, you know, especially during COVID. We stay at home, we host dinner, and I think flowers do make a lot of difference.
Now, James, anything exciting that you are planning or doing at the moment that you want to share with us?
We've been designing software so people can view things at home. So I'm trying to make use of the opportunity to do something for distant purchasing, distant viewing.
What does the future hold for you now?
Well, now that we are getting used to doing things at home with my new business, I think it's looking bright because I'm developing tools for the future as we see it now.
You definitely got your priorities right, and you definitely know how to live the sweet life. So thank you so much for spending time with us and chatting with Dolce Vita today.
When you hear the word hypercar, what makes it so much more hyper? Is it that superior compared to other cars? Does it really have a breathtaking experience when you drive it? The speed, the muscle power, and the whole experience. Well, today we're going to have an exclusive look at this one-of-a-kind sports car.
With mind-blowing designs and the latest supreme technology and high performance, a powerful hypercar is a beast that every automotive enthusiast would love to own. At an exclusive event held earlier, guests got to take a rare chance to get up close and personal with the one-of-a-kind hypercar.
When we designed this car, we looked at a lot of hypercars around the world. Most of them have actually put a lot of computerization in it. We see the drivers enjoying it, but they don't have the fun of driving it. We want the driver to be as wild as the car. So when we designed it, we want to have a wow feature. Not only is the car very light in itself and the performance is very good, we want the eye-catching feeling. So we designed something which when they see it, they just go, wow. We only have 10 cars in the world and every car is different in itself. We are like special tailored for the owner of the car. This is one of the world's first carbon fiber production car. Not only it's part of it, carbon fiber, is actually more than 90% of it is carbon fiber. The chassis, the monocoque, the crash structure, they're all made with carbon fiber. As a result, the car is super light. It's only 1,250 kilograms.
Wow, this is a hypercar. It's my first time seeing it in person. It's a sports car and it looks so fast. But besides its special functions, the most important thing is, in different lighting, it becomes different colors. It's purple, red, gold, and black. Wow! It fits different moods of me. I'm going to take it for a ride.
Car is no longer a durable good. It's more like a consumer good. They need a car with, first of all, a very cool design to showcase their personality. And secondly, I think they need a car that can connect with the driver. So whenever we design our cars, we want the connectivity, not only between the car and the driver, but also the driver to the rest of the people surrounding them. A lot of people want attention. When we design cars, we want the driver to not only grab the attention of the car, but attention from the public. So this is the trend that we are seeing. A lot of different car brands, a lot of different car models, but the number of cars will be less and lesser. So I think that's the trend of the automobile industry.
In a nutshell, mobility is all about moving someone or something from one point to another. Nowadays, automotive manufacturers are taking the concept of mobility to the next level by developing a sustainable future of mobility. By providing new functionalities, greater security, design flexibility, easier integration with control systems and electronics, the future of the automotive industry is bright and promising. That's all the time we have for this week's episode. If you want to find out more about what we have introduced, remember to log on to our website. In the coming weeks, let's explore the path to a sweeter life. Join us to savor gourmet from around the world, be healthy and happy from the inside out, keep up with the latest trend in every aspect of life, connect with inspiring people, and check out ways to look gorgeous. Be sure to tune in again next time to live your best life.